How you doing, sir? How long you been involved with the horses, man?
Over 40 years
Over 40 years. Where you from, man?
from here.
You from here? And what's your earliest memories with the horses?
So many good memories.
Yeah.
I can say Bland in 2012, one of the best 4-year-old in America, really best horse in the world.
What was horse racing like back in the days, man, versus today?
They retire them too early.
Retiring
They
period.
retire them too early. You know, they just starting to get to their natural ability. You know what I'm saying? Just like the horses in Europe. The horses in Europe, they Triple Crown races with 3-year-old don't start until June. They get more developed.
Yeah.
You know? The horses in America, they Triple Crown races start in May.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. That's why I like the European. They keep up with the European horses coming to America.
Yeah. And you know, right? Can you tell me about some of the old time black horsemen from back in the days? Some of these guys, what their name was?
Clifford Scott, Scotty, oh, he was one of the best. He was from Chicago. Then you had, I don't want to get his name wrong because they all passed away. Dominguez, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, you know, he was from Detroit. He came from here. He came down here doing the fairground meet. You didn't have too many that came down here to the fairground when out in the early 80s and the 70s.
And you know, what made these horse guys so good back then? Them old timers.
Where they started from. They learned from the slavery. Oh, who was the first jockeys? Who was winning all the big races? The black jockeys.
Wow.
But my favorite racetrack of them all, Saratoga. Ain't nothing like Saratoga Springs, New York. The best against the best. You gotta have bullets. But this where I first started at in 1980. This was Jack Van Berg bone. We all come underneath Jack Van Berg. Billy Mott, Frankie brother. Wayne Catalana was a jockey at one time. Ronnie E. Banks, he's an agent now. They was all here when I was 15 years old. I was right here.
You know, what kind of bone was that back then?
It's a great bone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jack Van Berg, right? What kind of trainer he was?
One of the best to ever do it.
I mean, back then, right? Can you tell like Wayne Catalana, Bill Mott? You can tell these guys were gonna be great early on.
Yes. Because they learned. They had their work ethic. Like me. I've been around. I met so many good people. If I did what they did, go to school, hung around the barn, I just like the animals and I just wanted to get information a bit. I like to gamble. You see, that's the only reason. But if I'd went to school, like some of them, I've been knowing Al. I met Al in what, 83, 84, and look where we at now. How many years is that? 40 something, you know? He came to Chicago, learned from Frankie, then he went on his own when Frankie retired.
Yeah.
Wow. And he probably had one of the best assistant trainers you ever gonna get in the horse racing game, Pamela Fitzgerald. She's one of the best. Told me if I wanted to learn about a horse, see her, be at that gate. And she taught me majority everything I know about a horse. And I keep the law with me, bro. If you ain't got Jesus in the law with you, you're in trouble.
That's it. Amen. That's a fact.
But these animals will kill you if you don't know what you're doing, you know? I've been kicked, stepped on, bit. But that's what that come with it.
Real players inside the backstretch, man. That's what I do.
That's good, brother.
And you know, I came from New York just to get some of these stories from all the guys from the South, man, that been around, man. And
ain't too many of us, you know, been to Saratoga. I always told them. I tell them all the time, you ain't been nowhere till you been in Saratoga.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate to go to Delmar one time, you know. My main trainer, Shug McGee. That's my name.
Yeah, sure.
I've been trying to work with Shug when I first. That's why I went on the track. When I left him, went to New York, I used to sit right there every morning, wait on him pull up. Shit. Then he told John Beast one day, remember John B? He said, please hire that kid, because every morning I got to give him $20 to get something to eat, and I don't have a spot for him. So I became John B. Swingman.
Wow.
And that's when John Beach had Brian Time. He had one of the best Terry Fosters to ever run when he was a 3-year-old. We want John Beach is an awesome trainer. Hey.
Okay, I mean,